How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is RuffledRowlit, and you're probably wondering why there is no, weird intro. It's like, Mama Chiquita, Mama Chiquita. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new video, guys. Today, we are going to be talking about something that popped up today or earlier today. I actually do not know when this popped up. Either way, though, it's debunk time. Actually, I think from now on, we should have like a giant, red sign that pops up whenever we're trying to debunk something, like debunk time. You know what I mean? By the way, we've got a bit of an Eeveelution, problem on our hands here, which I think is worthwhile going through, because it popped up and people are trying to say that it's real. A bunch of people have sent it my way. I know other people can be covering it, so I thought I'd just get into it early and just kind of try to dissect it, right? It's a Eeveelution thing, so we're gonna go through it step by step, and it's 2 Eeveelutions, so it's gonna take a bit of time to go through them, but I think we can easily debunk that these are fake. I've been looking around the internet trying to find, if I can find original source for these, but I couldn't, I just have not been able to, and some people said that they have been able to find that, but I don't know. If they do find it, let me know, that'll be great, but I do think these are fake, though, and you probably don't see them on the screen yet, but we will get into them right now. So, these are the ones that I'm talking about. Now, here's a larger image of these, and I want to quickly give a thank you to John here as well, who sent this to me on Twitter, asking for my opinion and that sort of stuff. And, yeah, I thought we'd break this down, go through it, see what it's all about, see what the deal is, and if they're real or fake. Now, for beginning, start here. My opinion, these are fakey-dakey, this way. These are fakey-dakey, okay? I don't think they're real. A reason why is because they look very similar to another designer's work, or very similar to Eeveelutions I've seen before, right? So, specifically, the one that, is the most reminiscent is the artwork down here. The one down here of the Flying Type Eeveelution, which, by the way, I'm going to go through my opinions on the designs in each one of these images. I don't have a translation for them yet. I know Pokestami's working on that, so do check out Pokestami's Twitter account, because it's going to be a translation of each one of these, Japanese sentences here, or these words, rather. There's going to be a translation of that, but I have a little bit of a thing from Pokestami that was sent to me that kind of, slightly breaks it down, or at least explains an aspect of it, so I will go into that, momentarily, but either way, so why do I think this might be fake? And before I actually start breaking down the actual design and talking about what I feel about it, it looks very similar to something made by Startboy. Now, Startboy is an amazing designer who's on Instagram and on DeviantArt, and I think even on Twitter maybe, who made this dragon type evolution. Now, this is not the one that I think is the most similar to the flying type. You might be like, well, I mean, they're clearly different, right? Because, I mean, look at this one, right? It's got those ears, they're kind of light bluish, kind of clear eyes and all that, kind of similar in that aspect, but, this one's a flying one. Ruffled, that's a dragon one. Why would you say that, Ruffled? I mean, maybe the ears are slightly similar, but not really. Well, then you continue going and you find this. And this is way more similar. This is the Flying Type Eeveelution made by Startboy. It's a really cool design, by the way. It's a really sick and well-made design that I freaking love. I've talked about this before. I covered, Startboy stuff back before Sword and Shield was even a thing, and I talked about, how I love his designs, and I really wish, that, if we get a future generation, that his kind of concepts would be a part of that. I mean, not that they will, because unless, Game Freak hires him, they won't happen, but, in general terms, these are fantastic looking, but they're very similar as well to what you see on our screen over here, right? It's very similar to what we saw a second ago. It's very similar to this, and that is a little bit problematic because it is, it leaves us in a bit of a weird situation, you could say. And that's what we've got right now, guys. We've got these 2 Eeveelutions, a steel type and a flying type, and we're not sure what they could be. Now, this also popped up, and I found this on the internet. It's probably hard for you guys to see this. I will zoom in so you guys can see it slightly better. Right there. You will see that it's a flying type evolution, and the bottom image, the one at the right at the bottom, the one right here, if I move my camera down, the one right here, this image is, in my opinion, very similar to what we have right here with this Eeveelution. It's very similar in concept, right? The ears are very similar, the expression on the face is very similar, even the eyes are, very similar, in the general, in the general style. They're very akin to each other, and that's what makes me keep thinking that, this is definitely not real. As much as I want this to be a real thing, as much as I want this Eeveelution to be real, it just isn't a possibility. And also, another thing that I'm going to bring up is about the text, the actual, the translation of these things here. I don't have a full translation, but I do have some information from Pokestami telling me that, there is something interesting about this. So here's what the actual, as soon as I sent the image, here's what the response was, which is, yep, got that one. Someone tagged the both of us. Gonna get to it ASAP tonight. One thing of note is that the steel one is labeled as steel, while the flying type is labeled cute. Also, the top one uses a fair bit of kanji, and the bottom one uses no kanji apart from year and winter, even when kanji could be used. So, there's instantly a discrepancy in terms of the Japanese in this, and that's of course something that's like really important, right? If you do one of these concepts, you got to make sure that the Japanese, if you're like a real designer or a game freak, you got to make sure the Japanese is good, right? You can't just like flip flop it around and be like, yep, that's it, boys and girls, that's it, we got this, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now, unfortunately, I haven't been able to find a definitive set of proof. It's been pretty hard, actually, if I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to talk about designs in a second, but like I want just to point this out, it's been hard to find an actual definitive amount of proof. And the only issue with this is, again, and also I got a response here from the Pineapple panel Robin, who was kind of talking about this, saying, nope, only saw the people talking about it, but apparently the grammar isn't correct. Real leaks would have a correct grammar. They're nice Fakemon, though. I wish they were real lol. I agree. I fully agree. And that's literally, that's the same thing here that I just mentioned. As mentioned by, Pokestami, as I just read out, these have the issue of having poor Japanese, where, like you said, kanji's on the top, but there is barely any kanji at the bottom, which makes no sense, because you would want to keep it all, in, exactly the same. You wouldn't want to mix in, different kind of, what you call it, like different ways of typing. I mean, you wouldn't want to really mix that together, and that's what's happening here. They're mixing in different Japanese. Yeah, I've been watching too much ADV China, boys. Too much ADV China. Oh, I just picked my nose. Jeez. But I've been watching too much, too many like videos about Chinese culture and stuff recently. So I refer to everything as China, which is not a good thing to do. But no, it's Japanese, and it's they're using different versions of Japanese, which wouldn't make any sense. They would want to go for one, and that again, as mentioned by Pokestami. But also another thing here that I will note is that when you look at usually like the concept arts for normal Pokemon designs that we see, like normal concept arts, there tends to be far more images. Actually, I've noticed these are like, I mean, these ones have a lot. In comparison to other like these sort of rumors that we see, these concept arts have way more stuff in them. And of course, you have the 2019 thing at the top there. You see, and it says like there's like I guess it's supposed to say shield and maybe sword or something, because it's one of those blue ones, pinkish, similar to the logos. But then the actual designs here, I mean, you got like, first of all, the steel one is sick, because they use, kind of like pinkish and bluish for those diamond shapes on it, to make it look, like, I guess the style of the logos, because that's what the logos look like. They're kind of blue for the sword and like pinkish for the shield, which is, by the way, really cool color combination. I like that. Of course, the tail looks like a bit of a shield as well. A clean steel type, to be frankly honest. And of course, you can see it right over there. It's like dashing down right over here. It's dashing down with its, steel tail, or tail using iron tail, I guess. And of course, the flying type is my favorite, because it's so cute, okay? It's just a cute as, like, just really cute evolution. That's just literally about it. I don't really know what else I can really say about it. It's a cute evolution. It looks great. But again, the Japanese is poor. So I do think that we can pretty much establish that this is not real. I think we can establish that this is not real. But we do have one more thing I want to mention in this video, guys, and that's this quick rumor right here that popped up. It's a thing I talked about a while back. I'm not sure if I just want to quickly bring it up that this one is debunked, because I didn't manage to get to this yesterday during my stream. I was going to mention this one was debunked, but a bunch of those rumors that were popping up, guys, there were like a bunch of them saying that, oh, we're going to get a trailer on the 13th or the 14th or whatever. This was one of them. So if you remember this one, this is about a guy being a translator saying the new trailer released on the 14th, blah 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 blah. Like something about a 4-pen dragon steel resisted tanval, whatever. It's all BS though, just so you know. So yeah, if you see this rumor, floating around, just so you know, it is fake. Something called Pokemon épée et bouclier. I don't know what even that means. Maybe it's an insult in French. I don't know. Either way, all I know is that this is BS as well. It shouldn't be taken as real. This rumor has been debunked. Actually, all the rumors for saying that we're going to be getting a trailer on the 13th, 14th, or anything that says we're going to get a trailer in March, you can consider fake, okay? I think you consider all those fake because I've already talked about this, and I did a video about this already on the channel. For those who haven't seen it, do check it out. It's definitely worth your time. It isn't any rumor type thing. It's more actually a good discussion about when we should expect actual information to drop. And if you look at that video, I explained that if you look at the information that was posted by Melkor, and also information posted by one of our viewers that kind of does the research of when the promotional cycles start going for the Pokemon generations, right? X and Y, Sun and Moon, the new gen games. You notice that the promotional cycles start really going crazy around May and June, right? June is when it really kicks off like crazy, okay? But May is when you should usually, start expecting to see at least a trailer or two dropping, and, more more stuff. But April, usually there tends to be, like, Koro stuff. Usually no trailer. Not even during, like, April, there's a trailer usually. There is not. But there tends to be Koro leaks that show us brand new Pokemon. So new Pokemon get exclusive reveals during Koro. So that should be kept attention to. But it's never, during those times, never anything major during March, except like a Koro leak that doesn't really contain anything of value, to put it that way, okay? There's just nothing that really is, I think, in my opinion, worth, investing too many brain cells into. So that's really just something you should keep in mind, that right now with the promotional cycle, don't expect anything in March that's going to be official. No official reveals should happen. At least, at least based on previous promotional cycles, right? And I think Pokemon kind of sticks. I mean, if you look at the promotional cycle for the last, last 5 years or so, the promotional cycles kind of kept to being the same, right? And it would be weird if they decide all of a sudden to be like, oh, let's just change all that. Let's just change away from the thing we've been doing. Let's just change away from, the promotional cycle we've had so far to something else. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you see these rumors, feel free to send them my way. I'd love to debunk them real quick, because I don't think we're going to be seeing any sort of big ass reveals in in these next coming few days. I'll say this right now. If you want to get information, it's probably going to be April, real confirmed information, official information. April and then May. That's going to be the best months, for small chunks of information. But then in June, that's when if you want info and Pokemon and gameplay and all that shit, ladies and gentlemen, June's going to be your month, because June is when shit's going to go down. It's going to go nuts. Just totally crazy. Just telling you right now. It's going to be crazy, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be crazy. But yeah, so keep your eyes out for that. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think about the Eeveelutions. Do you think they're real, fake? I think they're fake myself personally. But I'd love to know your opinion. So guys, I freaking love the Eeveelutions. They look sick. But thank you so much for watching. My name is RuffledRowlit. Have yourselves a great day. And bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.